Good morning. It's good afternoon, hopefully, by the time you're seeing this. Good afternoon, 5B. Right, carrying on with The Other Side of Truth, and we are now on chapter 30. Where are we? 31, which is called Sade's Plan. Since their visit to the detention centre, Sade had been holding on to Papa's four little words: "We must be patient." Yet there were so many things she desperately wanted to talk about with him. Talking about Mama would be hardest of all. However, more immediately, she needed his advice about what to do about Mariam and, of course, Marcia. To her relief, Marcia and Donna had completely ignored her again since the trip to Dowd's store. Neither of them asked why she'd been away from school for 2 days afterwards. But Mariam was also keeping away, sitting on the other side of the class. She was sure Mariam knew. What made it worse is that she was guilty, not only of theft. Mariam had thought she was a friend and had confided in her. She was guilty of betrayal. Not knowing what to say or do, Sade had been avoiding Mariam too. With Papa's unexpected arrival, she'd managed to push all that to the back of her mind. However, with this latest news, once again everything was spinning wildly out of control. She had a vision of Papa being bundled onto a plane by the eyes and the fingers. How would "we must be patient" help then? Who would even know what was happening to Papa apart from themselves? That would surely suit the eyes and the fingers. Out of sight, out of mind, that would suit the brass buttons too. When eventually she fell asleep in the early hours of the morning, Sade had a dream that was quite different from those that had been troubling her before. She is sitting in a large empty classroom, her eyes fixed on a television screen. The 7 o'clock newsman moves his lips, but the screen is silent. He's in a desert and his pale hair is wind-blown, dusted with fine dry sand, like that swept down from the Sahara by the Harmattan. His eyes concentrate down on her, narrowing, straining to see through the haze. She can tell from the way he leans forward he's talking about something serious. Suddenly a photograph flashes onto the screen. It's of a round-faced man with daring eyes, a broad, handsome smile and a pipe with a curved stem. Mr. Sarawiwa. Other faces follow that she doesn't recognize. The camera switches to a studio. The red dust vanishes, but Mr. 7 o'clock's eyes remain narrowed on Sade. Swiveling sideways, he lowers his gaze towards someone shorter at the desk beside him, and she's startled to find herself staring at herself. When Sade's alarm buzzed in the morning, her head felt heavy, as if it wanted to pull her back into sleep. But an idea was already hazily trying to enter her mind. Gradually it became clearer and sharper, demanding that she think about it. By the time Aunt Gracie knocked on her door, calling that it was time to get up, the idea had turned into a plan. When Sade came downstairs for breakfast, Aunt Gracie did not reveal anything of what Mama Apia had told her the night before. Sade could tell she was trying hard to be bright as she prepared their cereal and sandwiches. When the telephone rang, Sade guessed it was Papa. Would he also try and keep back the awful news? Papa, however, spoke openly about the latest turn in events. Matters were too serious to hide from them. This trumped-up charge against him proved the government had a hand in Mama's murder, and they were trying to cover up their crime. There was no time to lose. Mr. Nathan would make an immediate appeal and write to the British Home Secretary, while Papa would send his letter to the Union of Journalists. Sade listened. Papa was talking the way he used to speak with Mama. Each time his newspaper had to tackle a new problem with the authorities, he would talk through their plans with Mama. If our strategy and tactics are right, we can hold out against them. They have the power, but we have intelligence. Now Mama was dead, and Uncle Tunde was far away. Who could Papa talk to? So he was explaining to her, his daughter. I don't believe the British will send me back. Anyway, not so soon after the Sarawiwa affair. Papa's